Okay, with Fortnite adding the ability to have multiple outfits saved at once, what I've done today is compiled some of the more out there outfits I haven't really seen going around, and some of the ones that are very popular, as well as ones that I personally use in tournaments and ones that I recommend, or just mixing it up basically and giving you guys some inspiration to build your own outfits, and basically sort of just showing you guys what I use personally and what could be really good in fashion shows, tournaments, creative, that sort of stuff. So some of these just look good and go well with each other. Others are actually like quite strategically planned, if that makes sense, but with an outfit which I don't know. You see what I mean when I get into it. So starting off, we have Ripire. So this is my Red Knight skin, and it's just all Red Knight. It's all red and black themed. It's just really cool looking. We each have a personalized emoticon, emote, or spray with each one of these outfits. I only have done one so that it's not overwhelming and you guys can fill the rest of the slots with your own personal ones. Now, something to remember is I don't have every wrap, every cosmetic in the game, so although there are outfits I'd like to build, I can't build because I don't own the skin, and I'm not going to buy it just to build it for a video, if that makes sense. But anyway, let's get into this. So we have the Knighted wrap, which just goes very well with the Red Knight itself because it's the same colour scheme. It all works. With the Red Knight banner as well, with the red colour. And with the contrail, I didn't really know what to do for this, so I ended up with the lava contrail because I haven't really got like an all red contrail. What I would have preferred to have is the red pixelated contrail. I don't know what it's called, but that one would have been perfect. But unfortunately, I don't own it, so I couldn't do it. But if you guys want to own some more skins, head over onto the item shop and pick up a skin. And while you're doing so, please use the code Ripire in the item shop. It really helps support the channel, as I am an Epic Games partner / affiliate. Anything you do buy with this code will help support the channel. And if you do buy anything with my code, why not tweet me a photo of you using my code while buying a skin at Ripire on Twitter, and then you'll get a shout out in my next video. So that'll be really appreciated. But heading back over to some of these outfits, the next one we're going to go to is the Tawny Knight. So this one is, as the name suggests, one that I'd use in tournaments. So instead of the normal Red Knight, this is the Dark Red Knight. It's just because it's a deeper colour scheme and it's a lot less obvious than the normal fluorescent Red Knight running around the battlefield. I have no back bling because it's competitive. You don't want a chunky ass back bling giving you away. We have a small icebreaker pickaxe. It's a very compact pickaxe, very quiet, one that won't give you away much. Same goes to the glider. I mean, it's just the standard umbrella, so it hasn't got a trail on it. It's not super bright or massive. That's why we haven't got contrail either, just because there's tournaments. You can't be giving yourself away like that when you're landing. Laugh it up because, you know, it's just a sweaty sort of emote that people use when you destroy someone or something like that. It's one of my favourite emotes. I really do like it. The Boogeyman matte black camo goes really well with the tournament stuff as well, just because it's so like, it's just a camouflaging camo, if that makes sense. It sounds dumb, but a lot of these aren't. Like, just looking through, they're so vibrant they would actually give you away more than camouflage, so this one actually would help you out in the tournament. I've also got the semi-sweaty sort of arena looking banner. It's actually from getting level 300 in the last season, but it looks like one of the arena sort of icons, and the purple just matches with the Dark Red Knight. So it's a pretty simple outfit, and I really do like it, and I'd recommend it. And I'm sure that you guys can change some of the things about it, maybe mixing up the pickaxe or something like that, but I think it's a pretty solid starter for a tournament skin. Now moving on to one of my favourites next. This one is beautiful. It is the Angel of Death. So this is the Ghoul Trooper with the pink sort of turquoise fluorescent look to it, with the ice wings. Oh my gosh, this thing look beautiful. We have the scythe, obviously. It's just a staple with the Ghoul Trooper at this point, the Grim Reaper himself. A bit of a unique glider. Not many people would probably pick this, but I've gone for the Season 9 holographic glider just because I think the colours work so well with the rest of him. Same why I've gone for the Blue Fusion contrail. I think it just looks perfect, to be honest. That is a really solid setup. Now, a lot of people would use the Ghoul Trooper emoticon or something like that, but I've gone for this one because it's almost like he's taking flight with the wings. I don't know. Maybe you could try and tie some, like, I don't know, lore to it. Maybe he's trying to take off because he's an angel, but he's dead, so he's being pulled to the ground. I don't know. Go crazy with your story on it, but I've gone with a pretty basic hench wrap here. I couldn't find one that matched it perfectly, but I thought the fluorescent sort of glossy look to that blue does, if you get in the right light like that, you can sort of see the similarity between those and the wings. And it's a white sort of wrap as well, so it does go well with the rest of the bones on the Ghoul Trooper. And yeah, it's the best one I could find, and I think it goes pretty well. So we then have the skull banner with the light blue. Now obviously he's a death angel, he's not just a normal angel, so he's got to have some skulls in there somewhere, surely. So yeah, that's one of my favourite ones, the Angel of Death right there. Moving on to our next one, we have the Rogue setup. Now this one is a bit more of a ragtag sort of survivalist sort of looking character. So starting off, we have the Assault Trooper. Now she's already quite a dark skin. She's got a lot of browns, a lot of sort of, I don't know, like a tan sort of look to her. It's a really good looking skin by itself, just because I really like the minimalistic sort of look to it. But with pairing it with this back bling makes it look like a proper survivalist back bling. I mean, there's plenty of these sort of big, bulky, military style ones, but I think this one's just a little bit better because of the sort of, I don't even know how to describe it. It just looks more like a survival back bling than some of the other ones. So instead of something like this, like, or okay, that's the same one but just slightly different. I mean, I just think it looks a lot better than some of the other options. So I think the colours really strongly match as well. Now moving on to the pickaxe, this is a really solid matchup. So it's a survivalist sort of character, so you've got a pickaxe that's been handmade with some string going across holding it together. Really solid matchup. Next one we have the glider, which is a perfect matchup in my opinion. Very deep dark greens with some worn paint on it, which just fits the whole character scheme perfectly. I couldn't find a contrail unfortunately. None of them really actually suited the character, so I just left her without one. I don't really know why I've gone with this emote, but I just feel like it fits. I can just imagine her strolling through the meadows looking like that. I think that would work. Now with the wrap, this was a perfect fit. Now I've tried to not use the same stuff in my outfits multiple times, but with some of them it's sort of fallen through the cracks and some of them have been used multiple times. So the Mayhem will actually be one you'll see later on as well. But this is a really cool self-shaded look that was introduced, I think, in Season X when we had the Borderlands update. Now this was actually a really cool camo because of how worn and torn it is. It goes really well with the survival sort of theme. The same goes with the banner. So we got the pickaxe, the survivalist pickaxe with a deep sort of earthy green. I just think that's perfect. So yeah, there's a lot of things that can be changed about this. I wouldn't really rock this in game, but for a fashion show or something, very unique character, very unique. The next one is on the opposite side of the spectrum. This is the goddess that I've made. So this is obviously the glow skin, a very, very bright skin. Wow. Very bright skin, and probably something you don't want to rock in a tournament ever, because you just get spotted from a mile away. We've gone with this back bling here. I don't really know why, to be honest, because I don't know, it fits. In my opinion, it just fits. The floatiness of it all, the gold and the little sparks that come off it, it just works really well. I didn't want to go with something generic. Like I could have put the wings on, that would have looked cool, but it doesn't fit as well, I think. I think that just looks a little bit better. Of course, you've got to have the Spectrum Axe, that just works every day of the week. What a beauty. The Arcane Glider, it's just perfectly matched. Now for the contrail, I think this is perfect as well. The rifting sort of 0 point contrail, that just works so cleanly. It's just perfect. Now, you're probably thinking I've cheated by not having an emote, but if you remember correctly, the Glow Skin actually has her own special emote where she'll do the unification emotes, and it's only with her you can use it. So I have got an emote, it's just not visible here. So if I actually go into the lobby, there it is. Did I call it unification? I meant levitate. Why did I call it unification? I meant the levitate one, ignore me. But yeah, I think that's just, it goes with her because it's meant for her. It just works. So, not going to mess around with that. Maximum Drift is actually the best one I could find for her. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but I think it's a pretty good fit. It works. Now, the banner is actually a new colour they've added, one of the new variants. And I don't know why I chose this crystal. I just thought that for some reason it sort of fit with her, that jagged sort of look to her, but the colour really sells it. That colour is perfectly spot on. That is going to be the goddess outfit though. Let me know what you think about this one, because I actually really do like this one. It's not something I'd run in a normal game, maybe in Team Rumble or something, but not in competitive, sure, definitely not competitive. Something that would look really good though in creative. Definitely a bit of a show-offy skin. Something very bright. Moving on to the next one, it's going to be the last of our competitive skins. This is the comp fish. So the fish stick is a very sweaty sort of skin, and it's one that's used in competitive all the time due to his, I guess, small hitbox for a male character. I assume it's male, I don't know, I haven't checked. I regret saying that immediately, but yeah, I assume it's a male, and he's got really thin legs, so I guess he's quite nimble. And I mean, if you can flex, you might as well do it properly, and if you're going to use the try hard skin, you might as well do it properly again. So use the World Cup variant if you have it, and if not, use the normal one, I guess. Icebreaker, yet again, is just a really good competitive pickaxe. We also have the same umbrella, no trail, same laugh it up, same. I mean, some of it you just can't get beaten. That sort of stuff is just perfect. The World Cup banner this time, because it's just a sweaty banner and it goes up perfectly with this skin. And I think that was roughly what the World Cup sort of, even though it was a mix-up of colours like this, I've tried to symbolise the World Cup itself, this one here, in the banner. That's what I tried to copy, but I might have not got that perfectly right, but I think it works. The next one is a beauty. This is Eon. So this was one of the Xbox exclusives, and that back bling, believe it or not, isn't the one that comes with the skin. That, in my opinion, could not be a better match. I mean, look at that. That's flawless. That is perfect. The pickaxe wasn't so easy to match though. I've gone with the fusion one. It's not a perfect match, but it was the white sort of jaggedy look that I was looking for, so I've gone with that. The 8-ball was the only pure white glider I had. None of the other ones sort of fit her. I just had to go with this one, unfortunately. It's not the one I would really like. I'm sure there's better ones out there, but that's what I ended up with. Plasma Trail, that's just, I don't know, it just suits. It almost looks like it's coming out of her hands, like by these blue marks. It looks really good. I really like that. Laid back Shuffle, just because, I don't know, just laid back character, isn't she? Just a cool looking space sort of character. Now this wrap was perfect for her. The green and blue, although not the same shade of green, is glossy enough to maybe in the right light be passed off as the same shade, and the white is very, very crystal clear white, so very nice, I think. Same with the banner, very nice sort of fluorescent green. I don't know why, but that banner icon just sort of suits her. I don't know why. I just sort of matched her. I don't know if maybe it's the head shape is the sort of same. I don't know. It's just something about that really stood out to me. So yeah, that's going to be the Eon setup that I've made. So let me know what you think about this one as well. Moving on to the next one. Next one is going to be called the Cowgirl. So we have Calamity here with that back bling, man. That is perfect. Wow. I mean, who even uses that back bling? And yet that just matches so well. I really like that. I've used the original Calamity. I haven't used the upgraded one. I think that tech axe would be really cool. It's like a futuristic sort of, what's the word, steampunky looking axe. I really like that one. I think it's good. I think it's like a traditional looking axe that's been modified into a steampunk futuristic look to it. This glider here was just perfect in every way, just because it's the leather sort of thing. I don't know, it's got the leather stitching going on. It's got the dark browns, it's got the guns on the top, and it's just perfect for her. We have the ballistics contrail, because I mean it's the Wild West after all. You got to be careful out there. You got to use some ammunition every now and then. I mean, who could forget Ride the Pony? That is just, you couldn't ask for a better combination than that, could you? You just couldn't ask for a better combination. Unfortunately, having to reuse the same camo again. This is Mayhem once again, just because it's that sort of rough looking texture that just works well with these sort of skin combinations. The banner though is a sort of pickaxe with the dark brown on it, so I've gone for the pickaxe just because it's in the old western towns. You had mining towns, stuff like that. That's the sort of thing I've gone with. I think it suits pretty well. Let me know what you think of this skin, and moving on to the next outfit. The next one makes me laugh every time I read the title of it. It's the Get Off My Land set. So we've got the Patch Patroller here, one of my all-time favourite skins. Now, I don't know why I've chosen this back bling, because in actuality it shouldn't fit, but it just does. I don't know why. It's something about the texture, the glossy sort of plasticine look it has to it. There's something about it that just works so well with this character. Even though it really shouldn't, it just does work. Now, I've unfortunately having to reuse the scythe again. So the reason I've done this is because it just makes sense. It's a scythe, he's a farmer, it just makes sense. This this glider is one that I never actually thought I'd ever use in my life, but it works. I don't know why. It's probably because it's the same sort of fabric as the cape, but it's something about that fabled sort of look to it that just works. Now the fireflies, that's not the perfect one. There's definitely better ones out there, but I don't know, it's just the best one I had, so I thought maybe this would work. It sort of does, sort of doesn't. Let me know if you guys know of a better one. And the emote, I don't know why I chose this. Just prepare yourself for a bit here. Ready? I don't know. Alright, just don't judge me. Alright, it's just one that was just looked cool when I was doing it. Alright. Can you imagine a farmer doing this while he's like planting his crops or something? Just imagine that in the field real quick. Yeah, that would fit. Now I was really struggled for the camo on this one, so I've gone for earthy sort of 3D textured sort of ground look to it. That's the best one I could find. It's blue as well, blue tinted. It doesn't really work, but it's the best one I could find. Yeah, but the banner, however, really does work. Wow, that is perfect. That little like spade with the dirt coming off it and the orange, the deep orange, absolutely perfect. Why did I say spade? I meant trowel. Why did I say spade? Last but not least, we have this one here. So this one's the only one that isn't named because I want you guys to name this one. Now, don't be generic. Don't just call it the Ghoul Trooper or something like that. I want something unique. I want you guys to name this last one. So we have the Ghoul Trooper here with the Ghoul Trooper back bling. I mean, that skateboard with her face on it just works, doesn't it? I mean, maybe you can mix it up a bit, but I think that just goes well. I don't want to use the scythe for the third time, so I just use this one instead. And it does work, it really does. Trust me, in game it looks a lot better than it does on here. As far as the glider goes, it's the Season 6 one that goes well because it's Halloween themed. It's alright, it's not the best. It works though. I'm sure there's better ones out there. I was originally going to use this one here, the Dark Engine, but I thought she hasn't really gotten much in common with trains, to be honest, so I thought this would end up being a better glider. For the contrail, we've gotten this really cool sort of spectrum look to it, so it's like the spectral essence coming off her. I really do like that. It's almost like decaying as well, as you can see little bits coming off her. And for the emote, we've got just a simple GG in a cauldron. It's simple but effective. As far as the wrap goes, I was saving this one for ages, trying to find the right skin, and this one just goes well with her. Just that sort of Halloween jack-o'-lantern, it just looks clean. And as far as the banner, I couldn't find a really good one, but I thought this dark green with the bone, it sort of works as she's a zombie. I think that looks clean enough. Even though there's probably some better ones out there, I think that would do for now. So let me know what you guys think about this video. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more, leave a like and a comment saying so. Stay tuned for the channel though, because there's going to be a massively cool gameplay uploaded tomorrow at, I think, about 4 PM UK time. So convert that to whatever time zone you're in. It's going to be a really cool video. I hope you guys stay tuned for that one as well. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and a comment saying so. So that's the video, guys. Peace.